Someone once told me, when you're happy, not everyone is clapping, some are calculating. And that's when I realized it's not the sharing of our joy or our pain that is the problem. It's who we share it with. My friends, not every ear that listens deserves to hear your heart. Not every smile hides love. Sometimes it hides a competition. So today, let's talk about something very important. Why you should not share your personal life with everyone. So my dear friends, before you post, before you vent, before you overshare, pause. Not everything needs to be spoken. Not every truth needs to be told. Some parts of you are meant only for God and those few hearts who love you unconditionally. May your privacy be your peace, and may your silence be your strength. In life, we often assume that if someone is close to us, they are also safe for our emotions. We tend to think that anyone who smiles at us or offers a listening ear is automatically a friend or a well-wisher. But the truth is far more complex. People don't always listen to you with the pure intention of understanding. Some people listen just to gather material for gossip. Some listen out of curiosity, not compassion. And some listen just so they can compare your life to theirs and feel better or worse about themselves. The intention behind the listening matters far more than the act of listening itself. Think about it. You had a really good day. Something beautiful happened at work or in your relationship. You're full of joy and you feel like telling someone. You pick up your phone and call a friend or a colleague, hoping they'd be happy for you. But instead of being excited, you hear a forced, "Wow, that's nice," followed by a long silence, or even worse, a change in topic. Why? Because not everyone claps when you win. Some people count, compare, and calculate. You see, people's reactions often have nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own internal battles. Someone who is jealous may pretend to be supportive, but inside they're burning with insecurity. Someone who is competing with you silently may use your vulnerabilities against you. It's like you're handing them a knife, thinking they'll help you cut your cake, but instead they might just use it to cut your confidence. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you're walking in the rain, holding an umbrella. Someone walks up to you and says, "Can I share your umbrella?" You smile, thinking, "How sweet," and let them in. But moments later, you realize they're not really protecting themselves from the rain. They're just there to poke holes in your umbrella and run away. Now you're left standing in the rain, soaking wet, not because of the storm, but because of misplaced trust. Sharing your personal life is like letting someone inside your umbrella. If they're genuine, they'll walk with you, protect you, and even guide you if you slip. But if their intentions aren't pure, they'll only create leaks and leave when the weather gets worse. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, "Perform your duty without expecting rewards and stay detached." This also applies to sharing. Share not to gain sympathy or applause. Share only with those who have the emotional maturity to hold your truth without dropping it or displaying it. Many of us make the mistake of thinking emotional connection means emotional safety. But emotional connection without discernment is like leaving your house door open just because someone smiled at you from outside. You wouldn't do that with your home. So why do it with your heart? There's a beautiful old saying, "Don't tell people your plans, show them your results." In the same way, don't open your wounds to everyone hoping they'll offer healing. Some might just stare, some might judge, some might even laugh, and very few will actually help you heal. That's the rare group. That's the circle worth keeping. When you're in pain, when you're confused, when you're unsure, the first instinct is to reach out, to speak, to express. And while that's healthy, it's equally important to ask, is this person capable of understanding the depth of what I'm about to say? If not, you're pouring pure water into a dirty cup. What comes out will not be what you intended. Real maturity is not in how well you speak, but in how wisely you stay silent. Wisdom is knowing when to speak and who deserves your truth. You don't have to fake your life, but you don't have to share every part of it either. Sometimes keeping your peace means keeping your privacy. Let me tell you something I've learned the hard way. People forget your kindness, but they remember your weakness. If you share your struggles with the wrong person, they won't help you. They'll store it. And one day, when life puts you at a higher place, they'll use your past against your present. That's why I always say, don't rush to speak. Watch first. Observe their reaction when you win. Do they celebrate or stay silent? Do they uplift you in your lows or disappear conveniently? Test people not through your words, but through time. Because time always reveals the real intentions of those around you. So my friend, the next time you feel like pouring your heart out, pause. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Remember, some people listen not because they care, but because they're curious. Curiosity is not compassion. Choose your listeners like you choose your inner circle, with care, with caution, and with clarity. Not everyone who listens deserves to hear. Protect your peace, protect your privacy, and most importantly, protect your heart.